بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله الذي لا إله إلا هو على ما من به علينا من النعم الكثيرة الظاهرة والباطنة، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. أما بعد, by the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most compassionate. All praise belongs to Allah, the one that there's none that has the right to be worshipped except Him, who has bestowed upon us blessings that are numerous, blessings that are in abundance, those blessings that are outward and inward. And I bear witness that none has the right to be worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is alone, without having any partners. And I bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah is his servant and his messenger. May the peace and salutations of Allah be upon him and his family and his companions, and upon all those who follow upon his guidance, into the establishment of the last day. To proceed يا إخوان, فنرحب بكم جميعا إلى هذه السلسلة العلمية التي نتعلم من اللغة العربية. So we welcome each and every one of you to this series of classes, whereas we're learning from the Arabic language. نتعلم من اللغة العربية. فنحن الآن لأصحاب الكتب على صفحة 99. So for all those that have the book, we have arrived bihamdillahi rabbil alameen at page number ماذا? At page number 99. Page number 99. فنأخذ شيئا ما من المراجعة. So let's take a small revision or a small review. Insha'Allahu ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فتشرفنا بأن تعلمنا بعض الكلمات. So we had the honor to learn a few vocabulary words. والحمد لله. منها كلمة رتب وفي المضارع يرتب. From these words we learn in the past tense we say رتب. In the present tense يرتب. رتب يرتب. رتب to organize, or he organized. To arrange, to organize, to arrange. وعندنا في دروسنا يا إخوان نكتب كل كلمة جديدة 25 مرة. Remember يا إخوان, in our lessons, every word that is new, we're going to write it 25 times each. ومن هذه الكلمات, and from these words we also learn كذلك العطلة. We also learned the word العطلة, vacation or time off. العطلة. The vacation, the time off. العطلة, time off. وكذلك تشرفنا أن تعلمنا كلمة ماذا؟ يحتاج. We also were honored by having we were granted the honor to learn the word ماذا؟ احتاج. شبه كسرة. احتاج. يحتاج. In the past tense, we say احتاج, to be in need of. يحتاج, he is in need of. To be in need of. احتاج, يحتاج. احتاج, يحتاج. طيب نبدأ إن شاء الله. Let's begin يا إخوان. أين وصلنا؟ وصلنا إلى صفحة 99. So we're on page number 99. التدريب الثالث. Exercise number 3. Exercise number 3. قال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أجب كما في النموذج. Answer as it comes in the example. النموذج, example. أسرع, the word أسرع, to hurry, to be in haste. ما سبب إسراعك اليوم? What is the reason of your haste today? طيب بدأنا في هذا التدريب قبل. We began this exercise before. طيب عندنا الكلمة. So we have a word أسرع. For example, we have أسرع, to be quick, to hurry, to be in haste. أسرع, to hurry, to be quick. طيب الآن نغير الفعل للمصدر. So we're going to change the verb and we're going to use the مصدر. وتبقي أو تبقى هذه الجملة, but the sentence is going to remain. So we're going to say ما سبب, and then we're going to end it with اليوم. So you're going to say مثلا, you're going to say ما سبب, then bring the مصدر إسراعك اليوم. So this is today's drill. ما سبب إسراعك اليوم؟ ما سبب إسراعك اليوم? What is the reason of your hastening today? What's the cause? ما سبب إسراعك اليوم? So the مصدر أسرع إسراع. So the verbal noun of أسرع is إسراع. So you're going to write, what is the reason for your hastiness, your rushing today? ما سبب إسراعك اليوم؟ فمصدر أسرع إسراع. So the verbal noun of أسرع is إسراع. So you're gonna write المصدر of أسرع is إسراع. The verbal noun of أسرع is إسراع. The verbal noun of أسرع is إسراع. So ما سبب إسراعك اليوم؟ طيب, number 1, حضر. حضر is our word. حضر, to attend. To be ready. نقول, we say, هل تحضر الدرس اليوم? Are you attending the lesson today? هل تحضر الدرس اليوم? Are you attending the lesson today? طيب, our word is حضر. حضر, to attend. حضر, should be a lot. حضر, to attend. In the مضارع, in the present tense, نقول يحضر. يحضر, he attends. حضر, to attend. يحضر, he attends, or he is attending. طيب, نقول ما سبب. Then we're going to bring the masdar. ما سبب حضورك اليوم؟ ما سبب حضورك اليوم؟ ما سبب حضورك اليوم? What is the reason of your attendance today? Why did you come? ما سبب حضورك اليوم؟ ما سبب حضورك اليوم? Why, or what rather, is the purpose? What's the reason of your attendance today? فمصدر حضر حضور. So the verbal noun of حضر is حضور. What is the reason for or of your attendance today? Why did you come? ما سبب حضورك اليوم? What's the reason of your presence, your attendance? Why are you here? Inshallah. ما سبب حضورك اليوم? What's the reason of your attendance today? So the masdar of حضر is حضور. مصدر حضر حضور. So the verbal noun of حضر, right? مصدر حضر حضور. So the verbal noun of حضر is حضور. So the masdar of حضر حضور. طيب, who can do number 2 يا إخوان? غاب. The masdar is غياب. غاب. The masdar is غياب, to be absent. عكس حضر, the opposite of present. Who can do number 2? Sheikh Abdullah, تفضل.
السلام عليكم أستاذ.
وعليك السلام. كيف أنت اليوم؟
بخير والحمد لله. كيف حالك يا أستاذ؟
بخير, في نعمة من نعم الله تعالى علينا. Within the blessings of Allah upon us. Alhamdulillah, no complaints. May Allah bless.
ما سبب غيابك اليوم؟
MashaAllah, جميلا جميلا, beautiful beautiful. Type our beloved brother Abdullah did number 2. He says, ما سبب غيابك اليوم. MashaAllah, beautiful, beautiful. ما سبب غيابك اليوم. ما سبب غيابك اليوم. What is the reason of your absence today? ما سبب, what is the reason for, or you can say of, your absence today? MashaAllah, أحسنت. والمصدر غياب. The verbal noun is غياب. أحسنت يا إخوان. طيب, we are students of grammar يا إخوان. Let's see inshallah ta'ala. طيب, أين المضاف والمضاف إليه؟ أين المضاف والمضاف إليه? Where is the object and the thing or the person that the object is attributed to? ما سبب غيابك اليوم؟ First question, أين المضاف? Where is the مضاف? المضاف. طيب, brother Abdullah, he says غياب is the مضاف. Good. And where is the مضاف إليه? طيب, the مضاف is going to be غياب, correct? And the ضمير, the kaf, حرف الخطاب, the particle of addressing, is going to be the مضاف إليه. MashaAllah, accent. And there's one more مضاف and there's one more مضاف إليه. Where is the object? Where is the مضاف? طيب, Abdullah mentioned one of them. The first one is غياب, غياب, and or غيابي, and the مضاف إليه will be the kaf, your absence. There's one more مضاف and there's one more مضاف إليه. أحسنت. سبب will be the مضاف and غياب will be the مضاف إليه. So here we have two. We're going to write one of them. We're going to say غياب is a مضاف. So the first word we're going to write غياب will be مضاف. And then المضاف. And the kaf, we're going to write المضاف إليه. Right. So this is the first one. غيابي is مضاف. غيابي المضاف. And the kaf المضاف إليه. So the kaf of the mudaf will be the object. And the kaf is the thing that the object is attributed to. So that's one mudaf and one mudaf ilayh. So the kaf, the thing, the object is attributed to. غياب, your absence. غيابك. And then we have one more. سبب. سبب. The reason. So the second mudaf is going to be سبب. So we're going to write سبب المضاف سبب المضاف and غيابي is the مضاف إليه. ما شاء الله أحسنت يا إخوان. لا بلس you. المضاف إليه. طيب, so سبب, the reason of what? The reason of lateness. Whose lateness? Your lateness. So سبب is the object, and the غياب is the one or the thing that the object is connected to. أحسنتم. طيب, نواصل في الدرس. Let's continue on the lesson يا إخوان. من عنده سؤال? Who has a question so far? كلكم فاهمون? Everyone is understanding? والحمد لله رب العالمين. جميلا. Beautiful. طيب. قال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Next sentence. حزنا. Who can do number 3? Who's with us? Sheikh Zahid. Number 3. نعم. You're going to bring the masdar of حزنا and keep the sentence. ما سبب. أين. You're going to bring the masdar and keep the sentence. ما سبب غيابك اليوم. What's the reason of your absence today? So you're going to keep what's the reason and today. Change حزنا for its masdar and make it مضاف إليه. Good. Should be happy, إخوان. ما سبب. Now bring the masdar of حزنا. Hey, حزن. Now make it مضاف to a male or female. You can make it ka or ki. لا بأس. Accent. نعم. Now read the whole sentence together. Accent. Go. Raise your voice slightly, Sheikh. You're going in and out. Hey, accent. So our sentence is going to be ما سبب حزنك اليوم. The masdar of حزن حزن. Accent. ما سبب حزنك اليوم. So today we're practicing with the sentence ما سبب. What's the reason? ما سبب. And bring the masdar. What is the reason? What is the reason for, or you can say of, your sadness today? ما سبب حزنك اليوم. What's the reason of your sadness today? So the masdar of حزن يحزن is حزن. المصدر حزن حزن. The masdar of حزن is حزن. ما حزنك اليوم. What's your sadness today? ما سبب حزنك اليوم. What's the reason of your sadness today? MashaAllah يا إخوان. جميلا. So the masdar of حزن حزن. طيب الرابعة number 4 أستاذ شيخ عبد الله. فرح يفرح. happy.
ما سبب فارح فرحك فرحك اليوم؟
ما شاء الله. ما سبب فرحك اليوم؟ جميلا. فرح is the masdar. ما سبب فرحك اليوم؟ For or of your happiness today. Somebody's happy. You say, ما سبب فرحك اليوم يا أخي? What's the reason of your happiness? What happened? He says, oh, I got a new job, ya akhi, alhamdulillah. He says, I was able to, if he's religious, he has some happiness religiously. Most of us, we're only happy of the dunya. He says, I made my salah on time. Allahu Akbar. If he's really religious, I made my prayer in jama'ah. If he's even more religious, I prayed my sunan in the masjid. MashaAllah. If he's even more religious, I was there for the takbir al-ihram. If he's even more religious, I was at the prayer 10 minutes before the prayer. Allahu Akbar. May Allah help us here. Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah. There was a statement by the great Imam Sa'id ibn Musayyib, rahimahullah. He used to say, منذ 20 سنة منذ 20 سنة ما ينادي المنادي إلا وأنا في المسجد. Look at this statement, ya ikhwan. You can't even, this statement is going to bring yubakina jami'an. It's going to make all of us cry, ya ikhwan. Sa'id ibn Musayyib, قال Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib, rahimahullah. He says, where's my meme, ya ikhwan? Rahimahullah. Where's my hat? He says, Sa'id ibn Musayyib says, this statement, mashallah ya ikhwan, yubakina kathira. It's going to make us cry. He says, منذ 20 سنة. For 20 years. منذ 20 سنة. ما ينادي المنادي. لا ينادي المنادي إلا وأنا في المسجد. Look at this statement, يا إخوان. قال سعيد بن مسيب. He said, for 20 years, may Allah give us this iman, ya ikhwan, وأن لين العبادة لنا, and allow worship to be easy for us, to be easy. He says, قال سعيد بن المسيب rahimahullah. He says, for 20 years, منذ 20 سنة, for 20 years, ما ينادي المنادي. The caller of the prayer did not call the prayer except that I was in the masjid. For 20 years, he made his salah in the masjid. And when the muezzin called the adhan, he was at the masjid. He was there already. ما شاء الله يا إخوان. نسأل الله تعالى أن يجعل لنا ولكم العبادة لينا. And we ask that Allah makes for us and you worship easy. هذا من قوة الإيمان. That's from having strong iman. وقوة التوكل على الله. And having strong reliance and dependence upon Allah. نعم. الله help us يا إخوان. طيب نرجع إلى الدرس. Let's return يا إخوان. التي بعد next sentence. تأخر أو تأخر. The sentence, the word is going to be تأخر. Lateness. Whose turn? Sheikh Zahid, تفضل. ما سبب تأخرك؟ تأخرك. أي أحسنت. ما سبب تأخرك اليوم? What's the reason of your سبب تأخرك؟ تأخرك نعم اليوم. What's the reason? The masdar of تأخر is تأخر. What's the reason of your lateness today? Your tardiness today. ما سبب تأخرك اليوم؟ ما سبب تأخرك اليوم? So the masdar of تأخر, we're going to write, is تأخر. المصدر تأخر تأخر. So the masdar of تأخر is تأخر. ما سبب تأخرك؟ طيب آخر جملة على sentence تعب ومصدره تعب. تعب. Our last sentence, the word is تعب, to be tired, fatigued. طيب the masdar is تعب. Whose turn? تفضل يا عبد الله.
ما سبب تعبك اليوم؟
ما شاء الله جميل يا إخوان أحسنتم. طيب ما سبب should be Arabic. ما سبب تعبك اليوم? What's the reason of your tiredness today? There should be a tap. تعبك اليوم. What's the reason of your tiredness? What's the reason of your tiredness today? أحسنتم يا إخوان. طيب فعندنا 6 مصادر. So now we have 6 مصدر. طيب أنا أقولها وأنتم تقولون أو أنا أسألكم. So I'm going to ask you. Let's do a review يا إخوان. أنا أقول الفعل وأنتم تقولون المصدر. طيب I'll say the verb and you brothers tell me the masdar. طيب Sheikh Zahid, your verb is حزن يحزن ما مصدره؟ What's the مصدر؟ حزن يحزن. حزن يحزن. What's the مصدر؟ أين? You bring the مصدر. I'll say the verb. You brothers tell me the مصدر. So your verb is حزن, to be sad. What's the مصدر? أي أحسنت. حزن. جميلا. This should be Arabic يا إخوان. حزن, sadness. جميلا. طيب شيخ عبد الله، غاب يغيب ما مصدره؟ What's the مصدر؟ غاب يغيب. أحسنت. مصدره غياب. أحسنت يا إخوان. غاب يغيب. ده مصدر غياب. طيب عبد الله، شيخ زاهد، تأخر. تأخر. ما شاء الله أحسنت. طيب تأخر يتأخر. The مصدر is تأخر. أحسنت. طيب whose turn؟ عبد الله، فرح يفرح. أحسنت. يلا بس يا إخوان. طيب فرح يفرح. فرح يفرح. ده مصدر فرح. فرح. جميلا. المصدر فرح. happiness. طيب شيخ زاهد، أسرع يسرع. أسرع يسرع. أسرع يسرع. ليس مشكلة. عبد الله أعنه help him out. أي إسراع. أحسنت. أسرع to be in haste, to hurry. The مصدر إسراع. 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 hastiness. No, hastiness, swiftness. أحسنتم يا إخوان. طيب عندنا الدرس الثاني. Next lesson. Another beautiful one ما شاء الله يا إخوان. قال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أجب كما في النموذج. Answer as it comes in the example. النموذج example. وضح حضر. Two verbs. وضح to make clear. حضر to attend. سوف أوضح لك ذلك عندما تحضر. So he says, I shall explain that to you. عندما تحضر, when you attend. When you come, when you attend, I'll explain it to you. So now we have two verbs. وضح and حضر. So two verbs. Now this drills beautiful, ya ikhwan, but you have to pay attention. There's a lot going on, but we'll make it easy, inshallah, by Allah's mercy. Our first verb, وضح, to explain. Second verb, حضر, to attend. وضح, to explain. حضر, to attend. طيب. So now the sentence is going to be سوف. We're going to come with سوف, I shall. And it's going to be I, أنا. سوف أوضح. So you're going to bring the masdar, the مضارع of both. The first one يعود إلى أنا. First verb comes back to I, the speaker. سوف أوضح. I shall. We're going to practice with the verb and the حرف الاستقبال, the particle of future. أوضح. سوف. I shall explain to you. لك. ذلك. That. Whatever it is. I shall explain that to you. عندما. We're going to use this particle. عندما. When. عندما. When. Can also be whenever. When. I shall explain that to you. عندما. When. And then bring the مضارع of حضر. طيب. عندما تحضر. When you come. When you arrive. سوف أوضح لك ذلك عندما تحضر. So we're practicing with the particle سوف. You don't hear this a lot. You're never going to hear this in Arabic, ya ikhwan, except for the scholars of Islam and the students of Arabic. This phrase سوف. Nobody uses سوف no more. You're rarely going to hear that. But it's eloquent and it has a meaning. سوف. I shall. I'm on the verge to. I'm about to. I shall explain it to you عندما تحضر. When you arrive. Right? So the English will be I shall explain it to you. When or whenever you attend. When you attend, I'll explain it. I remember years ago there was a brother trying to start trouble. We were having a class. He didn't sit in the class, but he would always come to ask questions during the class. So I said, listen, you can ask me whatever you wish if you sit in the class. Sit in the class, at the end, you can ask whatever you want. So he said, what do you say about this sheikh and this sheikh? I said, well, the scholars differ regarding him. Some scholars say he made a mistake. Some scholars say that's not a mistake. No problem. He said, what do you say? I said, I just told you what I said, Yahi. Some scholars say he made a mistake. Some scholars say that's not a mistake. He said, yeah, but I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you say. I said, Yahi, I'm nobody, Yahi. The scholars said. Who are we? I'm giving you what the scholars say. Well, at any rate, He says, سوف أوضح لك ذلك. I shall make it clear to you عندما تحضر, when you come, or whenever you come. طيب. May Allah bless you, يا إخوان. It's okay to differ, يا إخوان. Sometimes I don't understand us in the West. We differ in something that's allowed to differ in, and then we boycott each other. I don't go to your masjid, you don't go to my masjid, I won't sit with you, you won't sit, because we differ. And I never understood why are we like that, ya ikhwan. It's allowed to differ. You say to the person, is it allowed to differ here? He says yes. I said, then why are we about to fight over this issue? If we're going to fight, let's fight, but not about this issue, ya ikhwan. We're Muslims. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I don't understand that, ya ikhwan. Someone says, to me, this sheikh is the most knowledgeable scholar. No problem. That's your opinion. There's no Quran and Sunnah that says that. That's your opinion. No problem. I don't agree. Oh, you can't agree. You don't agree. No, I don't agree. Yeah. That's my opinion. That's your opinion. It's okay. It's not an issue. I never understood, yeah, Ikhwan. I never understood. I remember some years ago, we had the honor to study with Sheikh Yahya and the scholars in Yemen, and nobody referred to me as Sheikh Yahya's student at that time, or one of his students. And then when the scholars praised him, nobody said, oh, he studied with Sheikh Yahya. Nobody. And then when he differed with some other mashaykh, and they threw the sheikh under the bus, now you're referred to as one of his students. He's like, what kind of games are you playing here? May Allah help us. At any rate, we love the scholars, ya ikhwan. We don't have no fanaticism towards none of the scholars. We don't blind follow none of the scholars. And we learned that from the scholars. There's no blind following, ya ikhwan. But in the West, wallahi, ya ikhwan, I don't understand this, ya ikhwan. Wallahi. The most ignorant one is the loudest. And in Islam, the most ignorant one is the quietest. He's trying to learn his religion. Nowadays, everybody's a sheikh, everybody's an imam, everybody's a student of knowledge. May Allah help us, yeah. May Allah help. طيب, let's continue, يا إخوان. طيب, let's do the first two, inshallah ta'ala. أرسل سافر. أرسل to send. سافر to travel. So we're going to say سوف أرسل ذلك. طيب, سوف أرسل لك ذلك عندما تسافر. طيب, number one, we're going to write سوف أرسل ذلك لك, or أرسل لك ذلك. We'll keep it the way that the author has it. سوف أرسل لك ذلك عندما تسافر. سوف, I shall. أرسل لك, I shall send to you. أرسل لك ذلك, that, whatever that is. عندما, when تسافر, when you travel. So we have سوف, the particle of the future. سوف أرسل لك, I shall send to you. ذلك, عندما, we kept عندما, when you travel. So we're going to bring the mudari' of both verbs. يعود إلى أنا. It's going to go back to I, the speaker. I shall send to you that when you travel. Meaning, I shall send that to you when you travel. When you travel, I send it to you. All right, let's do the first two, ya ikhwan. We did number one. Like Abdullah, you do number two. Zahid, you do number three. Sallama intadara. Sallama, to hand over, to submit over. Intadara, to wait.
مسلم مسلم مسلم
أس...
مسلمان
أسلم أسلم. Good.
أسلم أسلم لك ذلك
Good.
عندما تن 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 تكبيرة.
You got it. Little bit. Change your fatha to dhamma, and that's perfect. تنتظر.
تنتظر.
Yeah, change your fatha to dhamma, and that's perfect. سوف أسلم لك ذلك عندما تنتظر.
تنتظر.
أحسنت. تنتظر. When you wait, someone is asking you for something, you say سوف أسلم لك ذلك. I'll give it to you. عندما تنتظر. When you wait. Sometimes the children, you say I'll give it to you when you wait. So number 2, we're going to write سوف أسلم لك ذلك عندما تنتظر. MashaAllah. I shall give it or hand it to you, or nah, hand it to you when you wait. Sometimes you're trying to teach someone patience. Say, I'll give it to you, Akhi, inshallah. عندما تنتظر. When you are when you wait. Sometimes it's hard for us to wait. Even most of us in class, it's not about the discipline of the lesson. We have to learn how to sit. Sometimes you just take a moment. خذ وقتا واجلس فيه. Take 5 minutes and just sit down. Just sit and make dua. That's hard to do, ya ikhwan. It's hard. We're people that are not used to just taking a moment. Just breathe. Take a breath. Forward the amr ila Allah. Leave the situation to Allah. We can't do that. That's difficult. May Allah help us here. طيب شيخ زاهد. أعطى تأتي. أعطى. عفوا. Your word is أعطى تأتي. أعطى to give. تأتي to come, to arrive. Good. Good. Now here on your example, Sheikh Zahid, this is actually the verb, the mudari. I think they made an error. This is not the maldi. This is the mudari. This is the mudari. Now the present tense. So your last verb is going to stay the same. So read it one more time. Hey, عندما تأتي. عندما تأتي. No. All right, sentence. On yours, they already gave it the madar on the last verb. So yours was the same. You're gonna say sofa, and then one small change. Change your أعطى to أعطي. أعطي. I shall give. أعطي لك ذلك عندما تأتي. I shall give that to you. سوف أعطي لك ذلك, or I shall give you that, technically. عندما, when you arrive. سوف أعطي, I shall give. لك, to you, ذلك, that, whatever that is. عندما تأتي, when you arrive. I shall give you that when you arrive. أحسنت. May Allah bless you. طيب, for homework يا إخوان, I want you to write these 5 sentences out and practice with sofa. I want you to write it and say it. Write it and say it. This book can help your speech tremendously by saying it over and over and over. Say it 3 times. Say each sentence 3 times and then write it. سوف أعطي لك ذلك. Then say it again. سوف أعطي لك ذلك. The more you read, the better your reading will become. That's in everything. You want to increase your writing? Write more. You want to increase your memorization? Memorize more. Just memorize. Try to memorize things. Look up. You see a car ride past. What color was the car? It was blue. Try to memorize it. What color was the car? Blue. Just practice memorizing things. It's going to increase your memory. You look over. How many men across the street? There was 3 men and a boy. Try to memorize. It's going to help you tremendously. One of the best ways to increase in something or to better it is to do it more. Same thing in reading. There's only one way to be a better reader after making dua. Increase in your reading. There's only one way to be a better writer after making dua. Increase writing. So I want you to read it 3 times and then write it. There's only 5 sentences. Practice with sofa before the madar. You're never going to hear this, ya ikhwan. Only the scholars and the students of knowledge nowadays use sofa and sa, the scene, and sofa, particles of the future. طيب, and we'll stop there, ya ikhwan. And may Allah bless you all. وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وأكرمكم الله. May Allah honor you all. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. تفضل يا شيخ.
الكلمة رتبة.
نعم.
What is the masdar to that?
طيب, the verb رتب. Now on this scale, رتب, the masdar is going to be ترتيب. You're going to add a ta and a ya. رتب. On the scale, رتب, to organize, to arrange. The masdar, you're going to add a ta and a ya.
Okay.
And then it becomes tartiban. So this tab was added, and this ya was added. So it becomes tartibun. Tartibun. No.
And for ihtaju.
احتاجوا يحتاجوا. طيب, on this one here, احتاج يحتاج, the masdar la ilaha Allah is going to be احتياج. احتياج. So
that's like on the same version of tafa'ala.
احتاج, the masdar تفاعل, similar, close. This scale here, احتاج, will be افتعال. افتعال. Close to it. Close. The masdar here is going to be on the scale افتعال. So you were right. I know. Hey, that best. Little by little. Little by little. You got it, Sheikh. احتياج. No. Alright, sense. That's going to be on the scale افتعال. افتعال. No. And may Allah keep up the good work, ya ikhwan. My beloved brothers and sisters. نسأل الله تعالى أن يجعل العلم لينا لنا جميعا We ask that Allah makes knowledge easy for all of us, ya ikhwan. May Allah bless you all, ya ikhwan. May Allah bless you all. Keep up the good work, and I'll talk with you guys later, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.